Adventurers, Legion Remix is here, and after spending dozens of hours tearing through every raid, dungeon, and leveling route, I've discovered a ton of essential tricks, from game-breaking ways of earning power, earning massive bronze quick and easy, to the hidden mechanics that speed up earning every reward quickly. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down everything I wish I knew sooner about Legion Remix. Also, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to stick around until the end of the video to see how you can earn a free Epic Edition of World of Warcraft Midnight from the Comeback Kids. Starting off with by far the biggest lifesaver in Legion Remix is this website right here. It's called completionism.com. I'm not kidding, and no, this is not sponsored. If you're not using this site, you are literally throwing. It tracks everything: your achievements, mounts, appearances, infinite power progression, even all of the uncollected rewards in one single place. Also, you could select which phase we are currently in, which of course in our case, it's just the Skies of Fire phase, which is phase 1, and it will show up all of the rewards just for that phase you can go out and collect. So the craziest thing is that it also connects directly to your Battle.net account, meaning it will automatically pull your in-game character data in real time, so you don't have to manually update anything. You just hit refresh on the top left, and it'll show you an updated list of things that you have completed. This right here has been a game changer for me, because instead of tabbing in and out of Wowhead 50 million times trying to play the game and figure out what the hell is going on, I literally just go to this window, pop it up, one-stop shop. It is amazing. Definitely check it out, completionism.com. Now, some important tips that tie directly to this is that you can actually use this Completionism website to track your infinite power and infinite knowledge achievements, which is very, very big for scaling your character strength very quickly. Right now, for example, I'm sitting at 15 infinite knowledge ranks, and it's honestly ridiculous how much more power I'm earning compared to when I first started. Remember, every single rank of infinite knowledge multiplies all of your power gains through your account. So the sooner you start stacking these up, the faster you end up snowballing to where it's very exponential growth. Now, the other big reason to use this website is, of course, for bronze target farming. You can actually track specific achievements that reward big chunks of bronze, and a lot of people just completely overlook stuff like this, which I don't understand why. One of the easiest examples is Mythic Dungeons. When you clear a dungeon on Mythic difficulty, even Mythic 0, it automatically completes all of the lower tier versions too, including normal and heroic. So you can instantly knock out 3 achievements at the same time if you haven't done them already, and get you a ton of bronze, anywhere between like 15 to 30,000 in one go. Also, don't sleep on the zone specific achievements either. These are very, very easy and give you thousands of bronze. Things like finding 8 treasures in a zone, killing 5 different rare enemies, fully exploring each zone. These are absolute layups that most people just ignore, and they're leaving tens, if not hundreds of thousands of bronze on the table when it comes to all these achievements. Definitely check it out. The easiest way I do this is by downloading the Handy Notes add-on from CurseForge. I grab the Legion module, and then I just fly around, collect the treasures on the map, tagging the rares, and then unlock the map completely. Very, very useful. Additionally, I found myself wasting a ton of time trying to clear up my inventory because, as you know, this game is constantly flooding your character with a ton of shit you don't need. That's exactly why I got the Scrapper add-on. With just a click of a button, I queue up all the stuff I don't want in my inventory, I press scrap, and it starts turning it into bronze and power for my character instantaneously. Next up, I see so many players, even guildmates, constantly complaining about all the flying in Legion Remix, or having to keep flying back to Dalaran just to turn in your quest. Well, don't forget you already have the solution sitting in your bags. It's called the Nostwinds Voucher. You use it to instantly teleport back straight to the Infinite Bazaar. You turn in your little infinite research dailies, you grab your new ones, but then here's the trick most people don't realize. You can actually click your extra action button again to teleport right back to where you came from. So no more flying back and forth across the entire map. Just pop the voucher, handle your business in the town, and then pop it again to go right back to questing. I use this thing constantly, easily 10 times a day, especially when I flip between normal and heroic world tier constantly. For example, if a specific world quest or rare mob shows up that I want to do on heroic, I'll teleport to the bazaar, do what I need to do, turn on heroic mode, teleport back. Easy peasy. Now, while we're on the topic of consumables, make sure you're actually using all of the consumables in your bag. You got things like timeless scrolls that basically are just mini class-wide buffs to buff your character in heroic mode for solo play. Timeless drums to give you bloodlust whenever you need it. Scrolls of resurrection, scrolls of summoning. You get the point. Also, don't forget about the Drake treat that instantly refills your dragon riding vigor so you continue to zip around however fast you want. Very, very useful as well. Another incredibly important consumable that I see people not even talking about is the Elixir of Remembered Sight. This allows you to track herbalism and mining nodes on your map. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who gives a shit about herbalism and mining nodes on the map? Well, the thing is once you have enough infinite power like me, mining and herbalism actually start to give you a crap ton of infinite power whenever you loot them. Each one ranging between like $150 to 750 in one single node, which is crazy. You'll notice quickly if you click this tracker, there are a ton of these nodes everywhere. So if you want to grab some extra power along the way or just AFK farm while you're listening to music or you're at work or whatever, it's a very good way to do it. I'm telling you right now, unironically, this is a very good farm for methods of power in Legion Remix. It's pretty crazy. Additionally, while you're leveling to level 80, it's very important to start doing LFR as soon as you can to get infinite knowledge and other critical resources to progress your character. This can not only give you good gear, it can help you get those achievements completed for the infinite knowledge that we can earn for completing the Emerald Nightmare and the Trial of Valor raid. These will each give you 1 infinite knowledge, and all the rewards from this reset daily. So if you're looking for some easy raw power gains to do every day, definitely add LFR and even normal to the list. But at least while you're leveling, do LFR. Additionally, while you're leveling up, it's actually really important to not do the bonus quest out in the open world. Yes, the reason for that is because you'd want to save these bonus quests for when you're level 70 onward, as they give you substantially more experience points and scale with your character's progression. Don't ask me why it's designed this way, but you can do just 1 or 2 of these bonus quests and get an entire level in the 70s to 80s. This might be something they fix in the nearby future, so if you're level 70 and you have these bonus quests, definitely track them down, get them done. Another big mistake I see people making, including myself, my very first time leveling up and going around, was actually playing in the heroic world tier. Now, the idea is that, of course, you see heroic, you think better rewards, more power, faster progress, but the truth of the matter is, it's just not worth it while you're leveling up, or even right when you hit max level. The amount of time, effort, and risk it takes compared to normal difficulty is completely lopsided. You'll end up spending way more time dying, pulling small packs, or even just getting one-shotted just to earn very close to, the same amount of bronze and XP and infinite power you do in normal if you're not killing things efficiently. So if I can go back and redo it, I would completely skip heroic while leveling. Instead, I would only hop into it 1 time to get my 50 empowered mob kills for the infinite power achievement, and then immediately swap back to normal. That single infinite knowledge rank is of course worth grabbing early, but beyond that, I think heroic is a big time trap until you're geared up in the end game. Now, once you do hit the end game, that's when heroic starts to make sense, because you're farming real rewards. Doing world quests will give you higher tier for your caches for better loot. You can farm empowered mobs out in the world for potential epic loot drops, as well as endgame currencies, which we'll talk about in a minute. You can clear world bosses and harder rares for more infinite power and bronze, and at that point, your damage, your survivability, and speed are all scaled up relatively enough to make heroic worthwhile. Until then, don't fall for it. I wasted too much time trying to brute force this thing while leveling up and gearing. It was very, very humbling, and it slowed me down. Now, when it comes to the endgame and gearing in Legion Remix, there is a lot of misinformation out there, and this is where things can start to get really confusing. And after finally, beating my head around it and getting it done, it's time for me to clear it up for everybody. Most of your loot, of course, does not drop directly from mobs. Instead, they come from chests that we open up. You earn these chests, of course, from quests, dungeons, your daily activities from Dalaran and stuff like that. On a very rare occasion, you'll get lucky and you'll see a raw piece of armor or jewelry drop from a dungeon boss or a raid encounter, but the majority of the gear we get is from these chests. There are 3 different versions of these chests in the endgame. You have the uncommon green ones, which cap out at 571, the rare blue ones that cap out at 578, and the epic purple chests that cap out at 584. Now, here is where things start to get a little confusing. Yes, epic gear from that chest scale up to 584, but it actually continues to scale much higher once you continue to progress your character. You can get this number higher by completing endgame content like your daily infinite power chest from the dragon, doing the raid content, Mythic Plus dungeons, and other systems we'll break down in just a minute. You can't just manually upgrade your gear in Legion Remix. Instead, the system will automatically scale new epic drops based on your current item level. So what that means very plainly, if you're not understanding, is that whenever you get a new epic drop, its item level will usually be 3 to 4 item levels higher than your current average rounded up piece of gear. For example, I had a chest piece that was 601 item level. I kill a raid boss, it will award me with a 604 piece of item level chest piece gear, which was slightly above what I was wearing. Then future chest rewards will give me past 604 to like 607 or 610 or something, so on and so forth for all your gear. To break it down simply, you don't upgrade your gear manually. The only way you're going to upgrade and increase your item level in the end game is from the Motes of Broken Time, the chest of infinite power that we get from dailies at the dragon and dungeon queues, Legion raids, and some Mythic Plus content, which we'll talk about later. So now that we know how to do it all, let's talk about some of these endgame currencies and how to actually obtain them. Now, right off the bat, when you're doing activities at level 80, some of the most common currency you're going to be coming across is the Mote of Broken Time. I highly recommend right when you hit max level to simply go in normal mode and finish the campaign and all the side quests for every single zone at level 80. From that point, you will get flooded with a ton of gear to at least get you started, blue quality items, endgame gear to get you going. Not only that, more importantly though, you will get a ton of these Motes of Broken Time, and they will start dropping from a variety of sources. And the idea is that you collect 10 of these and you use them to get a piece from a raid to drop instantly for your character in your bag. Every quest that you do in the endgame gives you 1 to 2 of these. So while you're gathering up all your infinite power and knowledge and stuff like that, getting all your chores done, you're actually collecting gear from a raid, which is really nice. It's a good 1-2 punch combo. Something very interesting is that these have a chance to drop even off of empowered enemies in the heroic world tier. So if you can end up farming heroic world tier, mobs efficiently, you can end up progressing your character pretty quickly, completely solo if you want to. For example, what I like to do is go on heroic world tier. I like to complete the world quest out in the world because they drop blue quality chests that give me Motes of Broken Time. They give me reputation bonuses, achievement progression, and stuff like that. And while I'm out there, I will kill some empowered enemies near the area for some bonus infinite knowledge, as well as Motes of Broken Time. So at that point, it's like a 4-for-1 special there at like a Chinese joint, which is pretty efficient if you ask me. Not only that, these also drop from raid bosses at 2 per normal boss, 3 per heroic, and 4 for mythic bosses. Remember, when you finally get 10 and you use this, it will give you a guaranteed piece of gear at your highest item level quality, but there is a chance it can improve your item level as well. If I had to guess, it would be maybe 25 to 40% chance of it improving the item level bracket. It's not the highest thing ever, but there is a chance for it to happen because I've had it happen to me. Additionally, when it comes to endgame currency, you have the fragmented Mementos of Epoch Challenges currency. If you combine 100 of these bad boys, it will give you a massive amount of stamina and infinite power for your character. For example, when I used it, it gave me 2,750 stamina, as well as 85,000 infinite power, which is very, very big for most characters. These drop off of honestly just fighting difficult mobs like rare bosses in heroic world tier, as well as bosses in general. The best way I found to farm these out is simply just by running LFR normal and heroic mode raids. If you do all of these raid tiers, you probably would get anywhere between 150 to 200 total of these, which can shoot your character up a very, very nice amount very easily. By the way, don't be too scared to step into some of this higher tier content. There are people in there who are doing some ridiculous damage and numbers that are playing even more than me, to where they make me look like a pipsqueak in there. Don't get me wrong, I can hold my own to deal good damage, but there are people that will be in there and they will carry you. I promise you, you'll be fine. And then last but not least, we do have Mythic Plus to talk about. Now, I have run a few Mythic Plus dungeons at this point in time, and once again, Blizzard has decided to make Mythic Plus a very great way to get gear, but not only that, bronze. Gear in Mythic Plus is locked to a specific item level, and you can see the graph on screen here. It doesn't go through that whole, epic gear progression thing that we just talked about. It's just simply item level locked gear at certain Mythic Plus levels. Not only that though, the amount of bronze I got from 1+5 Mythic Plus last night was a little over 25,000 bronze in one single run. Now, I don't know if there were any other achievements tied to this because I didn't get the footage for it, but it was ridiculous how much bronze I got, and the dungeon took about 15 minutes to run, so I can assume this can get really, really out of hand later on down the line when you're running 30s and even 40s. More importantly though, because of Mythic Plus having, dedicated drop item levels, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to funnel friends or, guild these gear if you can carry them through these dungeons, because at the end of every Mythic Plus, everybody gets a guaranteed piece of loot no matter what, and it's scaled. We will have to see if this actually is a fact. We'll test it out in the future and keep you guys updated, but it is definitely worth noting. One last thing that I noticed is that Rested XP put out a guide for Legion Remix. It is a pretty good guide, and it helps you with a lot of things when it comes to questing and leveling up. If you don't care about all the nonsense, you want to just turn your brain off and just have Rested XP do your thing like I know you bastards did in Classic, click the link in the description below. We do have a link. You can, use the affiliate code. I used it. It was pretty solid, so go ahead and check it out. There's a lot of different resources on there as well. If you learned anything in this video, comment Legion Remix hype in the comment section below. Also, do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Comeback Kids are doing a Midnight Epic Edition free giveaway, so click the link in the description below. Follow some of our other platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and X, because we are posting on there now. Greatly increase the chance you get this awesome prize from the Comeback Kids. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing or check out one of the videos you see on screen here to stay up to date on all things Warcraft. My name's Sky for the Comeback Kids. It's an absolute pleasure to make content for you all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.